Alright guys, you have been asking for a classic overview, and today is a day. If you guys don't know, we absolutely love Flex Innovation products, and good old Quique, he sent us an amazing new product, and that is the new Flex Innovations Twin Otter. Now this episode is also really special because this is such a big airplane. Dave Jester is going to be creating a small 1.5 meter version of this airplane to make a great stepping stone in both aerobatics, performance, and also versatility, so you guys can build your own Otter and ultimately step up to this one. We got a lot of work to do. Let's get this built and we'll get to it. So this plane is absolutely huge, and really when you consider the size of the box, they've broken this down quite small because this here is the rudder. What's the wingspan?
I believe it's 90 inches, which is absolutely gigantic.
2.2 meters. Yeah. I read it wrong originally. I thought that the wingspan was actually the fuselage length. So I was thinking, wow, 1.9 meters, that's pretty big. No, it's 2.2 meters. Yours is going to be around 1.5 meters.
Yes, yeah. I want to try to keep it right around the 58 to 60 inch mark. We'll see how it goes.
So our plan is real simple. We're going to put this together real quick. We're going to take you on that experience. Ultimately, we're going to take it up for a maiden, and then Michael Bixler, my youngest son, he's been flying Flex products, since he was like this tall. He's grown a lot in his skills and his ability. We're going to hand this to him and see what he can do on the aerobatic level. Then we're going to take all that together, and Dave's going to make it happen. All right, well, let's unbox this and get to it. You want to just kind of divide and conquer?
Yeah, I think that's a good way to do it.
So something we haven't really got to unpack with you guys is this Flex Innovations Twin Otter also has a night version, and we have that. So if we go out and fly it today, everything stays in one piece. Tomorrow is a solar eclipse. We're going to take it up during the moment of totality and have my son Michael chase it. So make sure you stay till the end of the video, because here where we are in Ohio, we are like 99.7% coverage. It's going to be awesome. So if you guys are familiar with Flite Test and also a really cool stabilization board called the FT Aura 5, that was actually co-developed and made by our good friends at Flex Innovations. They have a larger version called the Aura 8. The Aura 8 has a lot of the similar features, but it does not have the 3-axis gyros for training mode. But what it does have is some amazing ability to take 8 different inputs and mix them in some crazy ways. You can go from flaps and ailerons to full ailerons to many other different mixes that are all pre-tuned. And the best part is pretty much any protocol radio that you are passionate about that you want to choose to use will work with this. And even if you go from someone that has mode 1 to mode 2, all the mixes and tuning are stored right inside the Aura. Alright, so if you guys have noticed here, we've been using Radio Master, specifically the TX16 in the pocket, a ton. We absolutely love it, and there's also a new protocol that many of you guys may be aware of, but many may also not be as well. It's called ELRS. ELRS is an incredibly reliable radio link. It has really fast speed and an incredible range too. My favorite thing about the ELRS radios is it has a Wi-Fi integration. All I simply need to do is literally just power this up. This is going to flash for about 60 seconds. In the meantime, I can make myself a cup of coffee, and I can also open up my Wi-Fi browser. Password's Express LRS. Once you plug that in, it'll open up a page, and now you are talking directly to the receiver. First thing I'm going to do is I'm going to put my bind phrase in. My bind phrase for this is going to be Bixler. And you can see that this gives me all the different parameters I need. I'm going to go ahead and change my sync time here for my Wi-Fi to 30 seconds because I'm impatient. I'm also going to go over here to my model page, and this is a lot of really special features, but what I want to do down here is I want to go ahead and go to this drop down, and I want to click on S-Bus. This is going to give me the ability to do S-Bus out and connect it directly with the Aura. I'm going to go down here. There's so many other great features that Ben takes us through, but we're not going to worry about right now. We have that, and then finally I'm going to go back to my options page. I'm going to lock in Bixler, and we're going to reboot. Make sure you check out our tech channels to see how incredible the Express LRS system is. We're going to have a lot of fun with that. But also, if you're looking for a really powerful radio at a really good value, check out either the Pocket Radio or the TX16 Mark II.
Hey, buddy.
What you doing?
I am putting some motors on some nacelles. This thing's coming together really nice. It's building really good. The instructions are very clear too.
Maybe assembly time, what, an hour at the most?
Yeah, I'd say somewhere right around that.
Yeah, it's just crazy to see the size of an airplane. We haven't flown a foam airplane like this big in years.
Yeah, it has been quite some time, and I'm excited. I've wanted one of these for a long time, and you told me we were getting one, and I couldn't wait.
It's gonna be fun. Are you getting some ideas already with some of the features on this, on yours?
Oh, for sure. Yeah, definitely. I love the way this thing looks too, and I think it's going to be an awesome design to switch into foam board.
Love it. All right, so friends, you know that we love celebrating the wonder of flight, but also building and, of course, designing. We want people to be able to build airplanes, design airplanes, fly airplanes, and do the whole experience all over again. One thing you may not know is that most of the designs that we do actually don't occur here. They occur back at my house when I'm comfortable on my couch. But I think that's going to be changing pretty quick because our good friends at Valencia Theater Seating just sent us this awesome new setup here to be able to place into our viewing area where we'll watch our videos. Now this couch is completely powered and it also gives you full lumbar and head support. That means whether you're lying back or whether you're sitting up, your head and your back are always going to be comfortable and at the proper position to keep you from fatigue. All the mechanical controls are right at your fingertips, right on the armrest, so you can easily change your position at any time. Along with that, when you take the illuminated cup holder and the removable tray, it's a perfect situation whether you're taking in a movie with your favorite snack next to you, or in my case, a perfect spot for my mouse and my favorite drink. The Tuscany is not only incredibly comfortable, but it's also made with amazing materials. Featuring top-grain Napa leather that is not only soft to the touch, but extremely smooth, supple, and incredibly durable. And when you're not watching your favorite Flite Test episode with your friends and family, you can also fold down the middle chair to give yourself an extra 110 outlet, USB outlets, or a couple extra cup holders. I have a pretty good feeling that I'm going to be designing a lot more here now than back at my house with my old couch. Now, if you guys are looking for a nice place to work or to take in a special movie with your friends and family, check out the Tuscany from Valencia Theater Seating. As we mentioned earlier in this episode here, we are going to be offering a DIY solution of the Twin Otter. Dave's working on that, but I'm actually working on a set of floats for it as we speak. But first thing we got to do is we got to get this otter in the air. So while we're getting this all set up here, it's really important for you guys to be able to specs, especially if you want to own and fly your own. So at this moment, we're going to give you specs. All right, so for once we have a steerable nose gear. I'm going to use that right now. How often does that happen?
Right? That thing turns on a dime too.
It does. I don't think we're gonna need to back taxi, but just because I can, I want to. All right, so I'm gonna fly off in mode 1. That's no gyros. That way we have it all safe, simple. We'll flip through the modes as we take it up. You ready? Ready, Mike?
Yep.
Oh, wow. Straight as an arrow. So I took off at half throttle, by the way. I was really timid. I was like, I'm gonna do this. You want to do a slow test with the flaps real quick?
Yeah, see what it does.
All right. So I'm just gonna go ahead and I'm gonna do this right in the middle of my turn. This is mode 1. This is 1 notch of flaps. There's 2 notches. Look at the nose didn't even turn.
Wow.
Look at that. That's like the Jenny XL speed right there. I'm nervous, but there's no reason for me to be nervous. Does that make sense?
Just because it's a bigger plane
Exactly.
doesn't mean it's going to have bad things. It usually ends up better.
Well, the fact that we can live with this airplane from the very first maiden, it's already building this kind of comfort and capability. Just a simple roll. Look at that. Now the Aura is working for us. We have a little bit of wind today, and you can see it's just not bobbling around at all. I guess that's partially because it's big, but also because it's taking all the effects of the wind. Now we get to go to crazy mode. You ready, Michael?
Yep.
No doubt we're going to hand this over to Mike afterwards. All right, now I am in, we'll just call this plaid mode. This is ludicrous, throws and everything. All right, first to roll. Whee!
Wow.
Stop. Look at that. All right, I got to do it. Look at that. Now you know I'm not a hover guy. All right, ready? Pinwheel. Look at that. And with that gyro stabilization or differential stabilization on the motors, it just trucks.
It's like it barely even moved.
Yeah.
It stayed just on a common axis.
Oh my goodness. Let's just turn things up. Let's just take it up. Look at that. So Dave, you have a pretty tall order with making your plane fly like this, huh?
Yeah, for sure. And I think I got it though.
Oh, I guarantee you got it. Look at the snappiness of this, the size of it, but it just moves around. I'm gonna bring it in for a landing. We're gonna pass it over to Michael, see what he thinks of it. Look at that, full flaps on.
Oh, beautiful.
This is ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. And you know, Ready Board Runway is not the biggest runway. This is meant for our park flyers. And we're flying this monster 2+ meter airplane off We only have around 4 to 5 minutes on a battery with a 5200 milliamp in there, so I went ahead and was conservative for the first flight. But we're gonna hand it over to Mike.
Awesome. Let's do it.
I'm a tooth today.
You got your tooth. All right. All right, so Michael has this. This is going to be his first experience. If this stays in one piece, I think we'll do like a 60-day look back just to see how it's grown with you guys.
Yeah, I like that idea. Curious to know what it's going to look like with him throwing it around.
So you've flown a lot of different Flex products and stuff. I think your favorite is the Mamba, right?
Honestly, I think I loved the Mamba. Has good capabilities and amazing flight style, but with it being a biplane, it makes it a little more difficult to do some of the snapping maneuvers.
Okay.
The RV8 was actually overall well-rounded, amazing plane.
That's awesome.
This is insane. 'Cause I've never really been a fan of
Oh my God.
much like twin engine stuff,
Yeah. solely
because I'm used to the torque and I'm used to fighting that through hovers. So when I come in and do stuff with twin engines and that torque is reduced and stuff, it's definitely a different way you gotta fly it.
This does feel like it's everybody's airplane. I think the only intimidation factor I'm seeing is number one, its size. Number two, maybe its price tag. But the way it performs is incredible. Do you anticipate with muscle memory, like what torque's gonna do to you and it's not there now?
And it throws me off sometimes, it does.
Yeah, I feel like we might have to add to this and put like a glider release and stuff on this one.
I agree. So Dave's been working hard on the FT Twin Otter, and the goal is to give people a transition where they can go from the FT Twin Otter with all the benefits of DIY and functionality, but have still the experiment, but still have the experience, or they can step into an aerobatic platform like this. Now, what you're talking about with glider tow release, FPV, floats.
Yeah, just an all-around workhorse.
Yep. We haven't gotten a good one of those, or we haven't built a good twin-engine functional aircraft in a long time. So Dave's going to be designing that. Make sure you guys hit that subscribe bell, because next week we're going to show you the engineering and build journey to bring you exactly that, and that's going to be available as well too. Our hope is that you can grow in the hobby. We want to give you solutions to be able to do so. I can tell you're definitely getting more and more comfortable with it. Look at that. Give us one more awesome flat spin. Oops, sorry, I scared you.
I was going for a fin thing, like a fin drop thing.
A pinwheel? Go for it.
I do this though.
Sheesh! And it just stops instantly.
That differential definitely saves on those exits.
Yeah.
Because the momentum it builds with that differential, without the gyros and stuff, would be quite difficult to stop. And
you notice it's a softer experience. It's not like it's real aggressive in anything. Even when you're flying 3D, everything is just smooth and soft. Even the throttle response.
it is. There's nothing really mean about it. It's just very nice. You treat it with respect and it's just gonna fly right with you.
Well, it looks like this is gonna come back in one piece. I think what we should do here, especially since this has other features like Crow, this one's the night fly version, we should go ahead and revisit this in a couple months just to see how Michael's improved with it, but also we haven't let Dave fly it. We gotta have him fly it. Look at that.
Landing
Beautiful job.
nuts. That is so impressive to me.
Friends, I want to thank you for being part of the Flite Test family. Again, make sure you hit that subscribe bell because Dave is designing the FT Twin Otter. That'll be fun to build, functional, hopefully very similar in aerobatic capabilities as this one too.
Yeah, now if you guys like what you saw here, make sure you check out Flex Innovations and pick yourself up one, and we'll see you next time.
See you next time.